there's definitely a learning curve, but I think that that's part of, having to be one of the older guys in the room, or taking on that, you guys have to be a part of this and just as competitive as we are because this whole room makes each other better. It's not just Davion or Drake, Chris, Kareem, Kingston, Karan, everybody has to do this.
A lot of guys have talked about Chris already. Has he stood out to you as a special, interesting talent? I guess would be the best word.
He's we've got the guy who's real shifty. He's fast, like he's fast, but it's still deceptive, which I haven't quite figured that one out yet for myself. But no, I think he's a really good player. And, I think it's just like me, Drake, and Davion, like Kingston, Kareem, Chris, and Karan are all different players, and they're all real good at what they do.
You feel like you've kind of turned a corner and understand what it's going to take to succeed?
I think so. Yeah. I think it just goes back to spring ball, and I've always been the type of person. Once I do it one time, and you get that taste of either success or what you're supposed to do, I think it's kind of easy to follow that format.
How much of a confidence boost was that spring game you had?
The spring game itself, everybody wants to play well. Myself included, I was happy about that, but I think it was just the overall spring itself. Just, I could feel myself getting better, more comfortable, and learning. So I think that's been big for me.
Assess your camp so far. Are you pretty pleased with the way you played through it?
Yeah, I am. There's definitely things that I know I need to work on and things that I personally want to get better at, but as of today, I feel like I'm on the right track to, continue to progress, and I'm going to end up where I want to be.
Different than last year? Feels different to you in terms of your hierarchy and how you're picking things up?
Yeah, I would say so. I think last camp I was more, working to make sure I knew what I was doing, and I was really in the playbook and trying to learn the plays. And now I know the playbook and I'm still going through it, but it's kind of tweaked to perfect things now and just be as mental error free as possible in practices.
On the roster, we saw numbers that your weight was up. Is it up? Is that on purpose? No.
No,
Okay, so what do you weigh?
Last time I weighed in, I was 234 pounds. That's what I was all summer. So.
Are you pretty pleased at that weight? Do you feel you have the burst but still the strength?
With practices and stuff, it kind of fluctuates, but I'll probably play right at 230 or under that, somewhere between 220 and 230 again.
Have the freshmen impressed you as a class overall, would you say?
Yeah, they all have their unique backs and they make plays. And, with anything, you got to learn the playbook. But I think they've been playing really well, and I think they've been a good addition to the room so far.
How about the receivers and everybody else in the
class? It's just overall the class is, to me, they've surprised me. The receivers have come in and made some big plays. The guys on defense have come in and made plays when they have to. So, I think all of them as a group have been really good for the team.
When you're going ones versus ones, how hard is it to move the ball on this defense?
It's never been easy, but I think as a tribute to our line, they're doing a really good job, and our fullbacks are playing well, and our receivers have been doing well. And, we've started to have some more success with that. Our defense is still very tough. You get excited when you do it, but I think both sides of the ball have been playing really good.
How hard is it picking up that array of blitzes? You've got a lot more responsibility, right, with Don Brown?
Man, they'll throw some stuff at you now. But I think that goes back to the spring too. At one point, we had so many different blitz packages they were sending to us. You kind of just sit down and watch the film, and now they don't look as exotic to us. By no stretch are they easy to pick up, but it's a little bit more familiar.
Sorry, going back to comment you made about knowing the playbook a little bit better. Would you say that's the case for everybody? And like I mentioned earlier, the returning guys. Would you say that you feel probably like everybody else does? Is there kind of like a sense of relief, I guess? Or maybe not relief, but you guys are more at ease.
Yeah, I would say so, because I know, if somebody does something wrong, it wouldn't take asking your coach or asking Coach Wheatley if it was wrong. We could come together between me and Drake or me and Davion and say, okay, no, that wasn't right, or that was right, or maybe you should do this or that. So I think everybody's playing a lot faster because we know the playbook a lot better.
Has that caused Wheatley to has he maybe backed up a little bit? It's last year did he have his thumb on you guys a little bit more, maybe more watchful? Is it different this year?
I would say so, just because, you know, he'll talk about you coach somebody differently if you don't know the play, then he has to teach it and, you know, go over the little things. But now that, you know, you got guys who do know it, he can get to coaching in that where you're, okay, master this play, master this, so, you know, you could, if you see this look, you'll know what the little adjustment you should make or stuff like that. So yeah, I would say he's coaching us a little bit differently.
How much has your guys' relationship changed from a year ago till now?
Um, I mean, for me, this is different. Just having a coach for more than 1 year, a staff for more than 1 year. So, you know, I really enjoy it. We understand each other. You know, it doesn't have to be just subtle things. You know, he can tell. You know, if he just gives us a look or tells us, hey, you know, do this like this, we know what, it doesn't have to be a big expanded conversation. We know what he wants, we know what he means by certain stuff that he says. So, you know, I think I really enjoy it.
We keep hearing that Devion's, you know, the leader, he's the starter or whatever. Do you feel that you have a shot at taking that job? I mean, is this a competition or is it kind of you guys are jockeying behind him?
I mean, I've always looked at it as a competition. I know, I would say that Coach Harbaugh, you know, he'll put whoever in that he feels gives us the best chance to win. So, you know, whoever that may be, or, you know, one of the young guys, or Drake, or Davion, or myself. So, I don't think that any position is locked down.
Do you get reps with the ones?
Yeah.
And you feel like you're performing
Yeah.
in terms of that?
Which quarterback's been most